morning, everyone. Welcome to the craft store. I'm Dan. Oh, hi, Laura.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Your hair's very, almost like staticky. Tiny bit.
I forgot my hairspray. Thanks for pointing it out to everybody.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't have to necessarily start like that. Let's crack straight on. You maybe can't see on screen. No, you can't. We are so excited about this Carnation Crafts launch for you. The brand new collection.
Yeah, brand new.
So excited. Get your comments in, by the way, on Facebook if you're watching on YouTube as well. Any questions? There's other launches on the show too that really tie in. So what sort of the theme is it? I mean, it's called Spring Grandeur, so I'm guessing this time of year.
Yeah, there's a little nod to Easter in there as well. But what I love is it is a little nod. So if you don't make Easter cards, or maybe you just use Easter things for your memory books, scrapbooking, and things like that, you've got a little nod to Easter in there. But this to me is like really nostalgic. You've got your woods there, so it's like going for a walk, playing in the woods when you were a kid. You've got the teddy bear's picnic in there. So you can really build up your scene, and obviously you've got your florals and your scene building elements in there. Now, in this collection, the basket and bow is your card shape.
Okay.
But for me, what I was saying is these woods here, this is so big, this is also a card shape.
Yes.
So for me, you're getting two card shapes in here for the price of one, because you're going to use the two of them, and you'll see the design team samples have done exactly that they've used the both of them as card bases too.
Now, here's the thing. Yeah, absolutely. Help yourself and look around the samples as we're going through. Now, we are representing carnationcrafts.co.uk. Yes. That is the only place you can get this collection till the end of the month. So this hour, right now, we've got this show and we've got 1 o'clock. So loads of live demonstrations this Thursday. But if you want to be the first people anywhere to get hold of this brand new Carnation Crafts collection, the craft store / of course, carnationcrafts.co.uk is where you go. I know you did some shows directly on your website yesterday.
Yeah, so we did some yesterday, Tuesday and yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll just say as well, Carnation are the quickest people that I know of getting the product sent out. So much so that we did it Tuesday. So we launched on Tuesday.
Yep.
And we had pictures of cards that people had made sent in yesterday afternoon.
Wow.
So they are so quick at getting the products sent out to you. If you order today, they will be out today.
And here's the thing, 70% of the stock already gone. 70. This show right now on the craft store, we are the biggest of its kind Facebook community, YouTube community as well. So it could sell out today.
Could.
Who knows? Who knows? But you go direct, carnationcrafts.co.uk. We've got the boards, we'll go through it all. But for ordering right now, direct with the supplier, direct with Carnation Crafts, you are going to save £20 off the price, so it's $99.99. Laura Williams, free P&P.
Yep.
Thank you very much. So free P&P and anything else on this show that we've got down the counter. Am I right in saying, correct me if I'm wrong,
yeah,
if I put it in the same transaction as the Spring Grandeur, I'll get free P&P on those as well.
Free P&P as well.
Yeah. Okie dokie. As I say, you can't get it anywhere else till the end of the month. And if you wish to divide the cost interest-free by ClearPay, you are welcome to. That's £25 this month, sent out to you, as you heard, ASAP. Normally I'm like £25 plus your P&P. But it's free.
Free P&P.
Free P&P. So lots more to show you, but we're going to get to the boards and demonstrations as soon as possible. Thank you for tuning in live on the craft store on YouTube and on this Facebook page as well. Give us a comment. Say good morning. We'll give you a shout out, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll do all of that stuff.
Yeah,
all the normal stuff.
What are you up to today?
Weirdly warmer outside than it is in here.
It is very warmer outside than it is. It's like a fridge.
It could be frozen outside. Nevertheless, should we wander this way and have a look what else is coming up?
Yes.
Rightio. Because, and you do card shapes so well, and there's always some sort of card shape right in the main collection. But then we've got the rattan card collection, which is absolutely beautiful. Am I right in thinking it was basically 1-for-1? You know, when you did the show the other day, between putting that in the same section, same basket.
Yeah, over 70% of this has gone as well. I think everybody that was getting the main collection was adding this in, and it works absolutely beautifully with the collection. So I'm not surprised at all. These are big dies you're getting. So these are going to be your mats and layers. These are going to be your card bases on their own. One of the things I love about this is because you've got that rattan design in this, you could actually weave flowers into those holes.
Wow.
So you could make like a heart wreath, or you could make a tag wreath with these, but you can see how beautiful they are cut out, and you can see that one the detail on that, and that is with the vignettes. So you even get vignettes for these as well. So you can download the free vignettes for that collection and this, and that is what they look like.
And it's all on carnationcrafts.co.uk.
All on the
That's where you
website,
get
ready
the
for you.
coordinating backgrounds, the inserts, all on carnationcrafts.co.uk. And actually, am I right in thinking then, with this, because these, like beautiful rattan and all the little cut lines or embossed lines, these will just highlight all previous collections from Carnation, or whatever you've got at home.
Yeah, these are kind of your staples that you're going to add in. These are just essential ones that you're going to add into your collection. They do work perfectly with the Spring Grandeur collection, but these will work perfectly with so many collections you've got at home already.
Now, here's the thing. By going direct, carnationcrafts.co.uk, you will get £5 off here. It does, in its own right, have its P&P attached, but if it goes in the same basket as the Spring Grandeur, as we were just saying, this will also be free P&P. So for an extra £10 this month, you can get both Spring Grandeur and the Rattan card-shaped collection for £35 delivered. In its own right, it's $39.99. So if you budget each month, right, this is how I work. Okay. When I'm going to Tesco's, when I'm going wherever I'm going, I've got my budget of £40. You can spend £40 here, or with ClearPay, spend $35 and get both. I know that, each month, I get that. Yeah. But nevertheless, if it's month by month budgeting, that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Over 70% of they're gone. Over 70% of this stock here is gone. So please do not delay. Carnationcrafts.co.uk. Get yourself on that website direct. I know you're watching the craft store. We absolutely represent the suppliers. They get 100% of all of your sales. So you go direct to them, and that's where you can get your backgrounds and your vignettes and you mentioned as well,
so you'll
right?
have inserts on there. You've got backgrounds on there that you can download. So when you download the artwork for these, download the artwork for the Spring Grandeur, you can download them as well.
Here we go. Right, one more quick item to show you, and then we'll be straight on with demonstrations after all. And your card stock, I know it's called papers, but it's 300 GSM, right?
Yeah,
so
it's card,
right?
Yeah, but it is your perfect papers, and we call it that because the colourways in these, so you will see the different colourways. You've got 6 different colourways in there. They're all pulled out from the artwork that you're going to download. So it coordinates perfectly with the cardstock. So you don't have to look at the, you don't have to cut your flowers out or your characters out and think, I need to find the right shade of pink to go with this, or I need to find the right shade of blue. You have got that in here. So you've got the solids, you've got your stripe, and you've got your dot pattern in there. And I love that the pattern is white. So it's like a subtle pattern. It's not too glarish. It doesn't draw your eye to the background. It still makes the dies the forefront and the focal point of your card.
They are beautiful. Again, maybe you're thinking, I might use this with a previous Carnation launch, or maybe you've got some stamping you want to do with some suitable ink, or whatever it is. This is cardstock. You use it for whatever you want to use it for.
Yeah, absolutely. You could just be getting this as cardstock to go with other collections. It will work perfectly. The colours will coordinate with this. But it's just a beautiful palette to use in your crafting anyway. If you're die cutting, it'll die cut perfectly. You could run it through embossing folders. You could do your heat embossing on this if you wanted to, foiling on it. You could do all sorts of things like that. This is
£3.75, friends. Dividing it by 4 with ClearPay, £3.75, $14.99 in total. You could buy the show, because this is going in there, with free P&P. You could buy the show for under £40. Isn't it incredible? That's why we're so excited. And again, this lineup, these products, only available at carnationcrafts.co.uk till the end of the month. And as you heard, people are already crafting with it now, and it only did your first show on Tuesday. So excited about that. Laura, please take the position. Again, thank you so much for watching us this morning. Loads coming up. I know Chloe's Creative Cards is on next hour as well. Laura's back at 1 o'clock. But this show right now, whilst we've got the stock, this is when you're shopping direct. Shall we look at exactly what we get home?
Yes, let's look at exactly what you're going to get. So we're going to start off with the Teddy Bears Picnic. I love these. I was saying yesterday, to me, these are kind of like vintage type of looking bears. They're cute, but they're not too cute. They kind of remind me of like a vintage style bear. Now you do have them in different poses as well, so you can see one's sitting down, one's standing up with his sandwich or his cake coming in, and one's obviously eating way too much cake and is having to lie down. Then you've got your teepee. Now I love the idea of cutting this out, and then you could put our tiny lights behind this and make it like a children's tent, like a play tent. I feel like teepees have kind of come a lot into fashion now, where they have them in like playrooms and things like that. So you could use them like that as well. I know we had messages yesterday that there was a lady that bought just this die because she just wanted the teepee to use with a camping set that she had previously. And then you've got all of your camping accessories here. So you've got your Teddy Bears Picnic accessories to build up your scene. So you could make lovely scenes.
And so like the cardstock then, the perfect papers.
Yeah, so you can see,
I'm with you.
absolutely perfectly. And you could have done that background in the pink and it still would have worked, or the green and it still would have worked. So you don't have to worry about your colour coordination when you've got the perfect papers.
Beautiful.
Then we got on to our florals. So this is New Bloom. These are just so detailed. They look absolutely amazing. You've got your daffodils, your bluebells, and your hyacinth. And you've got your decoupage elements there to build on top of these too. Now you can cut into these, or you can use them and just make bouquets with them, like you can see there. Now the lovely thing that I love the Carnation have done with these, and you'll see as we go on, the smaller flowers in this collection coordinate with these larger ones.
Rightio.
So you could have the larger flowers at the front of your card and then have the smaller ones at the back, and it gives you that
real depth,
perception of depth straight away. So then we got on to our card shape, which is the basket and bow card shape. So this was one that I just showed you. Now you've got the outside matte layers here. You've got those inside matte layers there as well. You've got this lovely bow, and this bit here is the blanket. So they just sit there, so it gives you the illusion of the blanket folding over the basket.
I know you mentioned...
Just like that.
I know you mentioned Easter, but like Mother's Day.
Mother's Day basket.
How
you
perfect.
Could put... We've got a wine bottle. You could put a wine bottle in there, and glasses. You could put cake in there. You could put bakery stuff in there. You could put tools, garden tools in there. It could be for absolutely any occasion at all. But you can see there how the flowers come in with the bow. So you can make the card like that, or you could use the basket on its own and just have the basket as the card base, which is amazing. So this is one that I did in one of my previous demos. So I've got 3 layers of cardstock there just to give it the strength to hold itself up, but that will just stand up and be the card.
And here's the thing, like, because of the artwork that you bring, double-sided, right? Yep,
and that's the beauty. You've got the mirrored vignette, so it's going to look absolutely stunning whichever way you look at it.
Lots of people watching on YouTube, by the way. Phil says, good morning, all. Good morning, Phil. I know you're watching an awful lot. Rob says, hi, Laura. Hi, Dan. With many waving emojis and a teepee emoji. Who knew that existed, Rob? Thank you very much. I'll read the Facebook ones coming in, but lots of you asking questions and lots of you saying hello this morning, so thank you so much.
Yeah. Right, next one we've got is the Easter egg hunters. I adore this image, just of the little child walking. So they could be walking into the woods, into those trees, going on an Easter egg hunt. Look. So cute. The lovely thing with this as well, you can cut the basket away, so you can fussy cut the basket out.
Yeah.
So he could just be going for a walk in the woods. You can put those eggs in the basket. You can put flowers in the basket. You could put other things in there depending on what you wanted it to be. And then you've got your squirrel, your rabbit and your hedgehog there to build up those lovely scenes.
Oh, just say, Sarah Jane's saying for the basket one previously, new baby cards, new home cards, sympathy cards. The basket has lots of uses.
And do you know what,
Sarah
actually,
Jane,
saying that, one of the things I was saying yesterday was if you cut the handle off, that made me think of like a baby bassinet.
Oh, it does.
So you could use it as like a crib to make a baby card.
How beautifully
so if you cut
traditional,
the handle off, so you could use it like that as well. But there's so many ways that you could use it. Then we got, so we've done the Easter egg hunters, and then we go on to forest floor.
This is really cool, by the way. I think this is really architectural, and now you've explained it, like the florals there, so it really like you're like adventuring into like a secret garden.
So you've got your florals there. Now these will actually slot in between those trees as well, so you're getting that perception of depth. And then you've got your path and your river that fits there, which also adds into that illusion then, because you can make stunning scenes then just slotting in your florals. So you could have, bringing in other characters as well. This was one that I did yesterday using acetate. So you can see that just bringing in the Easter egg hunters, bringing in those florals. And again, because you've got those double-sided vignettes, it still looks perfect no matter what way you look at it.
The depth you're getting in some of these cards.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So like
wow.
a shadow box style, and you can see they're adding in lots of those trees. But you do have the outside mats and layers for them as well. So if you wanted to cut out the mats and layers like this one, so you can see they're using that back mat to make the card base. So you could make, so this is why I said, for me, you're getting 2 card shapes for the price of one, because you can use this exactly like that to make your card bases with. You've got lots of grounding elements in here, which is perfect, especially when you're making up your scenes. So you've got your grass, you've got your rockery, you've got that log there. You've got the matching flowers, and you've got the leaves then that you can build into the trees as well. But the whole idea with this one was when you go to the woods and you just see like that blanket of bluebells,
Yeah.
and then you've got the trees, which took me back to being a kid straight away.
It's perfect timing. It's right now, isn't it? As you know, for Easter, but also for Mother's Day. But as Sarah Jane was just pointing out there on Facebook, and you just mentioned there with new baby, new home, any sort of giftables. Maybe someone's under the weather and want to feel better. But Mother's Day, end of the month, right, 30th. It's just perfect timing to get this home right now.
Yeah. And then we're going to move on to the card shapes. So the rattan card shapes that you're getting. So this is it cut out in the vignette. And this is what the die will look like. So you've got your outside matte and layers there. So you can build this up to make cards if you want to. So you could use it just as matte and layers. So you could just use your outside dies there for matte and layers. You've got that card shape there. But then I did one yesterday where I used just the rattan cut out and actually made the card shape with just the rattan part. So you could do that with the label, you could do it with the heart, but you can change them up. So that's just 3 of those cut out to make the card shape.
Now that could be for a baby shower. It could be for
a
first
Valentine's
birthday
card, a wedding
Day,
card, an engagement card. It can be so many different things. Like I said, you can slot the flowers into those as well. The flowers will fit through the
loads of tiny little cut lines.
Yeah, and then you can pop the florals. So if you wanted to, you could grab your florals and you could just slot those through them. That's not going to go in anymore because there's foam under it, but you could go around that and you could just make a complete heart full of flowers. And then you could just pop a sentiment on there. Even if you only did half of it, you just covered half of the heart. It would look absolutely stunning.
Like wreath-esque, right? A wreath hasn't got to be circular, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. So then you've got the heart, and you're getting the 2 of them in there. So you're going to get the heart, and you're going to get the label shape too, which is just absolutely stunning. I love this because you can use it landscape or portrait, and it'll work amazingly. You've got those outside matte layers, but then you've got those smaller matte layers in the centre as well. So all those sentiments, all those little sentiment stamps you've got, you could be using them exactly like that to stamp your sentiment on.
That feels quite, maybe like, looks a bit like churchy. It could have real religious connotations if you wanted to, like stained glass window.
Okay, yeah.
No, you're not seeing it?
Yeah.
She's like, okay, Dan.
I said yeah.
Okay, yeah. Questioning.
I said yeah.
I said yes, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but there is just so many ways of using these. And some of the design team, like this one, really shows that is actually just cut out in white cardstock. So that's not even using the vignette. This one you can see there has got the vignette on it. This one is just white cardstock. So you really see how much detail you get in these dies. And that's how big they are. So these are going to be your card bases on their own, but 2 really lovely dies. And I think they've been so popular. Like we said, I think everybody that's added in Spring Grandeur has added those in as well.
Well, yeah, exactly. We are representing Carnation Crafts here on the Craft Store. You shop direct with them. You cannot get it any other website, anywhere else, any other channel till the end of the month. And it's since that launch on like Tuesday, right?
Yes.
70% of the Spring Grandeur sold out. 70% as well of the Rattan Double Collection, the label and the heart. So they are going together. And please, if you want to go for them both together in the same transaction, because then it's going to be free P and P together. That's why it's under £35, right? On ClearPay, delivered. That is the Grandeur collection. And on its own, absolutely £25. Divide the cost if you want to on ClearPay. But by adding in the Rattan collections you've just buyed, still divided by 10, so it's an extra £10, £35 delivered, and it's with the main collection, therefore it's free P&P. Go on carnationcrafts.co.uk. That's the only place you can go, and press checkout, and away you go. And very quickly, by the way, I want to say a quick hello to so many people that are on, it's called Facebook, isn't it? Forgot the word there for a second. That are on Facebook. Obviously, I've logged out of it as well. But nevertheless, so for example, Catherine says, hi from Western Australia.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Hello.
Karen's saying good morning. Maria's watching as well. Ian, hi everyone. Beautiful samples on the set, Laura. That's from Ian. Catherine's saying good morning, everybody. Maria, Deirdre, Mrs. Jones is also watching too. Liz has just joined us. Marie as well. So many of you watching.
Morning.
Whether you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, say hello to us and good morning this morning. Okay, what should we do?
Shall we make a card? Let's make a card. So I'm going to start off with the Into the Woods, and I'm using the trees. So we're going to use this to make our card base. So like I said, for me, you're getting 2 for the price of 1.
Is that flat as is?
Yeah, but it's the dimension that you get
just, yeah.
in the artwork. It's stunning. Let me put it on there so you can see. Because you've got shading going in. So it just gives you that illusion that you're looking through almost like a tunnel of trees.
It feels a bit like archways to a wedding ceremony or something.
This is one of the things I was saying. When
Yeah.
you look at it like that and it's completely bare, you could put the leaves on the top, put some of our tiny lights on the top, and it would look like almost like an archway, like in a wedding or something like that. You can imagine a bride and a groom stood under it.
Pergola? Do you have them in gardens? Is it pergola? Pagoda. What am I saying? Pergola. Let's move on.
Anyway.
You know what I mean?
Right, so you got 2 mats and layers to go with this one. So I've used the larger one, and we've cut these out in the perfect papers.
Righto.
Okay, so they obviously coordinate perfectly with it, and we're going to score the top bit, and we are going to glue the top of this.
Now then, the best advice I can give you, other than putting it all in one transaction, of course, because it makes it more affordable, you get free P&P. Whilst you're on the website, carnationcrafts.co.uk, there's other elements if you want to download too. You mentioned the artwork, didn't you?
Yeah, so you can download the artwork. We've got inserts on there, background papers as well, so
Rightio.
you can download them. So what I found on Tuesday when we launched, we were getting messages in saying that, they bought the collection, they were downloading the artwork and the background papers and everything ready to go. And then yesterday we had pictures that people had sent us in of cards that they'd made, which is amazing. So it was literally next day delivery.
So they're literally, Carnation Crafts team, and I've been up there, it's a wonderful team.
Yep.
I like looking at the computer. There's the order, and we're off. Like,
Yep.
print it off, on the label it goes, and straight out to you at home, which
Girls
is
are so good
so exciting.
at that. They've worked it and managed to get it down to a T. So they are, I think the cut-off is normally like 2, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
That's when the postman comes.
Yeah.
And I've seen them there with the bags, just getting everything, loading everything in.
So these 2 shows, now and obviously 1 o'clock is the best time. So you can still order during that 1 o'clock show. You can leave us right now and go order. Maybe you're watching on YouTube on your big TV and you're ordering on your tablet or your phone and completely get that as well. I must say though, the artwork that's in here, so that the teepee, the little child, the forest as we're seeing here, this is in-house.
Yes.
This is huge for not just like the craft industry anyway, but actually supporting British designers, and like I know Nick leads that, and there's lots of other people in the team as well. But that's something you take great pride in.
Yeah, and one of the things I was saying that I always say that just shouts out to me when I'm using Carnation, at the start I couldn't quite understand why it felt different. Using Carnation, and I was like, maybe it's because of the mirrored vignettes, so we can move things around, and obviously that does help. But I think what it boils down to is Nick and his team. Nick will hand draw everything, and then his team will help design it into dies. But he hand draws everything, and his mindset all the time is, I'm designing this for people to use for crafting. It's not an image that's been bought and we're like, right, how can we use this in crafting? Everything has been designed to be used for car makers. So everything just works together without even thinking about it. It's just so easy to use and you get amazing results from it. I think there's nobody that I can speak to that has come in contact with Carnation Crafts cards that doesn't say, I could spot a Carnation Crafts card on a stall. If there was hundreds of cards there, I would spot the Carnation Crafts card.
Stay tuned, by the way. I know after this demonstration, we'll go back and you've got loads of samples. You're just the best design team as well. But just safe in the knowledge that you are supporting a British company with people like homegrown talent as well, which is hugely exciting. And then the people on the design team when you spy the cards. But you haven't got to be a designer. This could be the first ever collection you've ever purchased because of the guidance that you guys give us via your own, obviously your own shows that you do at Carnation TV as well on YouTube. You can spot bits and bobs going on there. But you can literally, that one that you see there with the TP, with the background, copy that exactly, right? Make that your blueprint of what you're doing. But then you think, well, hang on a minute, I've got the rattan collection as well. Maybe I'll put them on the label. Hang on a minute, I love the bigger flowers in the foreground. Maybe I'll remove that child and remove the TP and make it more of a floral thing because that's what's suitable for who I'm making it for.
Yeah, and the design team they post everything as well. So you can join our Facebook group. We're always posting, the design team are always posting their makes in there. So you can go in there for inspiration. Like Dan just said, we're always doing shows up in Carnation as well. And the social media team are really good as well. They'll always answer questions if anybody needs help with anything. So somebody's always there for help, if that makes sense. Right, so I've cut out the woods, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to put some of these flowers in. So what I'm doing is I'm using our glue applicator tool, and I'm just putting some glue on the back, and then I'm going to feed those through so that they come out of the trees like that. So you've got that deception straight away with the flowers going through, which just looks amazing. And I haven't even done anything really. And that looks it looks amazing, but I haven't really done anything.
Now the artwork, obviously, as we were just saying, you can download it if you want to.
Yes.
If I don't want to do that, or maybe I've just invested in some alcohol markers, or maybe I want to get better at watercolouring, you print it off on whatever you want to print it off to, right? Or sorry, or die cut it out of whatever you want to die cut it out of. So I could colour all these in. The little chap's jacket could be a completely different colour.
Absolutely nothing to stop you going in and colouring them in. Those, the artworks there for you, it's almost like a thank you for purchasing the collection. That Carnation give you the artwork there for free. Sometimes we do bring out different colorways, which I adore. Sometimes we'll bring out a different colorway, maybe like a collection that came out a year and a half ago, and we'll bring out another colorway, and it just gives you another lease of life into that collection. But there's absolutely nothing to stop you going in and colouring these yourself. You get all of the same detail that you'd expect in a die. So all of those cut lines, all of those detail lines are on there. So if you want to cut these out in watercolour card and then go in and colour them in yourself, there's absolutely nothing stopping you doing that. And then you've kind of got, if you do want to practice your colouring, you could print out the artwork and then have that next to you while you're doing your colouring, and it'll be like a little guide then of like how you can practice your colouring. Right, so I've just done that, so I'm just going to add in a bit of glue on the top here.
Suzanne says, I think Carnation Crafts pick it before you put your order through. They are so speedy. That's from Suzanne Page on Facebook. Here we go. Sarah Jane, is it me, or does that look like one of those arches that they use for weddings? Sarah Jane, we are on a wavelength. We're vibing this morning. I completely agree that.
You're on the same page.
Pergola, pagoda, I wish I knew. Liz has also just joined us as well. Thank you so much. If you've got any questions, maybe any, like, just that you've noticed a card and you think, well, who did that? What was done there? Like, let us know. Describe it in the comments. We're exactly here. Or any questions for Laura about where it comes from, how the artwork works. But what I can confirm is that you go direct to Carnation Crafts. Every single penny of your investment goes direct to carnationcrafts.co.uk, because that is where you're shopping. By all means, check out thecraftstore.com, by the way. Thecraftstore.com, you can watch it there. You can see the schedule of what's coming up there, other bits and bobs. Shopping-wise, to get your products at the best price for free P&P, if it's going in with a big collection, carnationcrafts.co.uk, that's where you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so I've got my florals in. I've popped that down onto my card base. And now I'm just going to go in with my flowers. So like I said earlier, you've got those larger flowers, and you can pop these at the front, and they just coordinate in with the flowers. So you can see they're exactly the same. They just fit in. They just think of every little detail, which is amazing. And that's what we're going to do now. So we'll add in this one there. And then this is, to me, the bit where you lose yourself. And then you play around. So if I was doing this at home, I would cut everything out, put my scene there without gluing it, and then just play around with the composition of, you know, do you want that to sit there, or do you want him to go there, or maybe you might have the rabbit and you think, oh, actually no, I want him there, and you'll just play around like you're doing your own little story of how you want things to be. This forest arch, thinking about what Sarah Jane said, maybe out of some slightly darker colours, maybe bring in your wax, it could get a little bit Halloweeny, spooky. Yes, I was thinking this yesterday. I said if you cut that out in black, there's not, that could be like a Halloween. It's quite gothic-y, yeah. Yeah, absolutely it would be. It would look perfect like that. But this is the lovely thing, that you could use the vignettes and cut them out like this, or cut them out in different cardstock, and it just gives it a new lease of life, because it just changes the look of it completely. Now we're already halfway through this first of 2 shows with Laura and Carnation. So now and then at 1 p.m. There'll be loads of people joining us at 1 for the first time. I hope you can join us then too. We're also live at 11 a.m. this morning with Chloe's Creative Cards coming from her studio there. So stay tuned all this morning. But again, with Chloe, you direct shop with her, carnationcrafts.co.uk. It's on the bottom part of the screen, maybe after the hour. You're going to check out carnationcrafts.co.uk.
Give yourself some time when you go there, by the way, because you're going to end up popping the spring papers in, the rattan card collection in, looking back at previous collections, the artwork, the links to your YouTube page, etc. So Carnation Crafts is a brilliant, not just obviously for shopping and getting it actually delivered to your door as soon as, but also as a resource and a library of what you can do with these products.
If you need some glue, you've got your pokey tools, we've got absolutely everything on there. Like I'm using the everyday glue now and I'm using pin flare, so you could grab them on there. If you need any of our cut tidy on there, you can grab absolutely anything and everything on there. Grab some acetate, like I showed you the card that I made with acetate earlier. You've got absolutely, it is like, just your craft shop, so you can grab absolutely everything that you need on there.
Good point. So obviously maybe you've already got the big collection, but there's not a new launch for a couple of weeks, but you've run out of a glue or something. Obviously, maybe put it in with the big collection, you get free P&P, I know that. But as you say, just your resource, your library, or whatever you need. Yeah,
absolutely anything that you need, you can pop those in there.
This is really sweet. It feels like going on a proper adventure.
It made, as soon as I seen it made me think, because I was saying yesterday that when I was small, my parents' house, the back of their garden backed up onto woods.
Right.
So I'd obviously go and play in the woods when I was younger, and that's what it reminded me of, because it's like springtime. I'd go into the woods, and it would just be, the floor would just be covered in bluebells, and the trees would be there. So that's it. Instantly made me think.
So this could be a little baby Laura.
That could be a little baby me
with your hoodie on and your flowery hat.
And my flowery hat, and it's got a daffodil.
Perfect.
Absolutely me.
Absolutely me.
Yeah. Right. So then I've got Celebrate Your Day that I've just cut out using the same perfect papers. Matted that onto some white cardstock, and then I'm just going to pop this on the top there, like that. So that's going to coordinate in with the back, and then if I lift that up.
Whoop. How pretty is that?
We've got our card, and there. So I've used a mix of the Easter egg hunters there with the animals to build in the scene. You've got your trees, you've got all those scene building elements there. You've got the larger flowers built in as well, and the perfect papers there. So it just shows how perfectly it all just comes together. Ah,
beautiful. Right, friends, here's the plan. If you've been watching since the very start and you saw us go through what you're getting home, now is your 2 minutes to go to carnationcrafts.co.uk and place your orders. If you have just joined us, shall I recap what you're getting home? I'll let you get ready for another demonstration.
Okay.
Should we do that?
Okay.
Right, I'm going to wander this way, friends, because if you're just joining us, thank you so much right here. It's a long way, isn't it, with these big old studios. Thank you so much for watching us right now on the Craft Store. This is, if you've just joined us, the brand new, the latest launch from Carnation Crafts, Spring Grandeur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice sets. 2 card shapes. I know you normally get 1 card shape, and officially it's the basket and the bow, but as Laura's just proved, the forest floor does exactly that. And then your blooms and your basket. Within the basket as well, there's lots of additional embellishing features there. Then you've got Teddy Bear's Picnic, and then you've got the Easter Egg Hunters too. So if it's Easter, yes. Mother's Day, yes. But as you heard on the comments, new baby, new home, sympathy, get well soon, a key anniversary, weddings, of course, or baptisms, etc. Christenings, absolutely delightful. This is physically what you're investing in. And if you want the exact artwork, that is for free, available for you on carnationcrafts.co.uk. We will go back through the boards. There are more demonstrations coming along, but I've got to keep you in the loop, because by shopping right now directly with the designer, with the supplier, Carnation Crafts, of which you cannot get it anywhere else. I know we are the craft store, so a different place, but you're still going to carnationcrafts.co.uk. It is not available at any other channel anywhere else till the end of this month. So right now, by going direct, you will save £20 off. By going direct, you will get free P&P. By going direct, carnationcrafts.co.uk, you can, if you wish, divide the cost interest-free with ClearPay. That's £25 for £120 worth of crafting goodies for you. That is outstanding value for money. And anything else on this show, for example, the papers or the rattan collection going in the same transaction, that's the key, the same transaction, free P&P on those too. So I really hope you're going to take advantage of that. So this is the Spring Grandeur collection, of which already over 70% of the stock sold out. So congratulations, everybody, going to carnationcrafts.co.uk and pressing check out. Right, I'm going to show you the rattan collection, and here's why I want to do so, because this, the other day, when you first saw it as well, 70% of this stock has already gone. So if you're brand new thinking, oh, I love this, what are most people doing? I don't want to miss out, I don't want to get it wrong. You won't get anything wrong. If you just want to order this, just order this. You love the papers and card, just order that. But this has been designed to launch alongside Spring Grandeur. So popping these two dies in together, the heart shape and the label shape, means you get free P&P on this as well in the same transaction as the Spring Grandeur. It is under £40 rather than being just under 45, and you'll get free P&P that way. Divide the cost, interest-free again, £10. Personally, in the same transaction over there, you add that together, you get both today for £35 delivered. And as you heard, it will be sent out today to you, sent out today, ready for Mother's Day, ready for the birthdays, ready for Valentine's next year or wedding season coming up, because you're going to do the wedding favours and the wedding stationery for your aunties or your sisters, or maybe just a friend of the family. Like, could you, because I know you love to craft, could you make something for this? Oh, Laura, can I make and sell?
You can make it sell as much as you want.
As much as you want. So use these, craft with them, develop them, use them with the Spring Grandeur, with the rattan, with the perfect papers, or anything else from Carnation Crafts to make and sell. You absolutely can do. But I'm really passionate about this collection because over 70% has sold out. Laura, are you ready for demos?
I am.
You sure? Are you sure? She's like, yeah, sure, I'm ready. Just pulling all these bits and bobs out. Loving all your comments still coming in on the socials, by the way, where you're watching us live after all. Right, this is to you, Laura.
Okay.
From Suzanne. I ended up being very naughty yesterday, ordering the trees yesterday at lunchtime. So I bought the teddy bears, picnic and the tree, all the artwork printed off, ready for later. So Suzanne, right now, ready to go.
That's not naughty. You've got to treat yourself.
You have got to treat yourself. Caroline Mama on Facebook says, hi, you're all. Hillary's also saying hello, as is Amelia, as is Janet. Thank you all for watching this morning.
Yeah.
Right, what shall we do?
Right, so I want to use the card shapes of the basket. So I thought we'd show you how that comes together.
These spring cards, that's fab.
So we're using those perfect papers. It is a really nice heavyweight. Like we said, it is 300 GSM, so you can use it for your card bases as well. And I've got my everyday glue, and I made sure.
You should have seen Laura this morning. I love how organised you can be, because you're like, it's Thursday, I've got to get my Thursday glue.
But I never do it, and everybody moans at me for not doing it.
Okay.
So yesterday, when I was in the office, Mark gave me a pack to make sure that I had one of every day. So I had to make sure today.
You should have seen a panic in the car park. It's like a tombola just rummaging in. Oh, that's Friday. Oh, that's Monday.
To be fair, I think it was like the last one I pulled
Yeah,
out
it was,
as well,
it was.
wasn't it? Right, so I've got the paper papers, and I've cut out the outside mat for the basket. So that is going to act now as my card base. Now, you have the inside layers as well for the handles. So you could make the whole thing into an aperture if you wanted to, or you can have it like this, just as one solid piece. Choice is yours on that one. So I've done my next layer in then. I'm just going to put some foam tape on the back of that. So I've done this, and this cardstock I'm using is our blush cardstock. So you'll see that on the website as well. That is just going to sit on there like so. So you've got that lovely frame.
Is there a reason why you're using black foam rather than white foam, or is it just literally whatever you've got foam right now?
It was just whatever foam I had right now.
Because sometimes it matters, doesn't it? But
yeah, sometimes I do tend to use black cardstock if I'm doing thin layers and I've got black cardstock under it. I'll use the black foam, because then obviously the white foam isn't going to pop against the black.
these are why these things are invented, isn't it? That's why.
But yeah, no particular reason. Right, now I have got little mini foam pads in this handle bit, but they are there just to support the handle, so I'm not worried about pulling every one of these off. And then that is just going to sit there. So I've used the dotty design in the bright pink in the back, and then we've got the solid there. And then we've got the basket then cut out in the vignette, so you can see how that looks. And that just on its own just looks absolutely amazing.
And doesn't the basket tie in? Isn't it funny, like, I'm not the most observant person, but now when you explain it and you look closer at stuff, the basket's rattan. We've got a rattan collection on the show. It's like it's meant to be. Here we are. But that'll just highlight it when you, like, maybe sweet your things together. Maybe that's going to be mounted onto the label or something like that.
Yeah, you can do, and I love the idea, like, if you cut those off, that just looks like a baby basket to me. So you could do things like that as well. Oh, it could be a dog basket.
Yeah.
just so you know, I'm using this next week.
What's next week?
I'm not saying, but I'm using that next week now. Now I've just thought of that.
Right.
Right.
Is it your dog's birthday next week? Is there something else coming up next week? You can't say, can you?
I'm not saying a kiss will get into trouble.
Okay.
Right. So the next
Well, you
thing
can't get in trouble because you're now using Thursday's glue, so you've got brownie
Yeah,
points.
I've got brownie points now. Right, so the bit on the basket that I was saying looks like the blanket. So you get this like big corner piece here. Now this goes in the center. You can see there's almost like little hooks. That will just fold over there and then it glues on. So it looks like the blanket hanging out of the basket, which is just amazing how they come up with these
That's so clever.
little touches that just make the absolute world of difference.
Almost feels like a little, like, when people, people go out, like, for a date and they go to the
Go
park.
for a picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could put like a glass of wine in there or anything. It could be cakes.
It cakes.
It could be like a birthday hamper. It could be different things. Yesterday, please agree with me on this because Bunny found this hilarious yesterday and I thought it was quite a good idea. Okay, but you know, so this bit here that I've just, it comes over, I was saying that kind of looks like a banana.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me? I was like, oh, you could make like a fruit basket.
Kind of looks like a banana, yeah.
See, he's saying yes.
Change the head, take the bear's heads and colour them in like apples.
Listen, this is what us crafters do. We look at things and think, oh, that could be something else. And a banana is what came to my mind, okay?
Some fruit in a picnic is a very grown-up thing to do.
Oh,
Back
yeah,
in the day,
have fruit in a picnic.
Not really. You just want Haribo and that's Easter eggs and
crisps.
Crisps.
I do like. I
like a dip now, though. Crisps and a dip.
Hummus.
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 Yeah, that feels even more grown up.
Hummus and carrots.
Oh, you're so adulting today, Laura.
I am. Right, we're going to go in with our florals next. So we're going to make this like a flower basket.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got our daffodils.
You're right there about the like treating mum or best friend or.
Yeah, it could be absolutely
it's
so
lovely
many occasions, couldn't it? Like you've got Mother's Day coming up or even just birthday cards, but I think they're great for any type of occasion you've got coming up at this time of year because the flowers and everything, it just fits. Like I was saying yesterday, I feel like spring is here now because like obviously around where I live now, any patch of grass like by a road or on a roundabout is just covered in daffodils.
Yeah.
Now. So like I'm like spring has come.
How nature knows. Because literally, I felt like last week we were still de-icing the car.
Yeah.
But actually, you see the shoots come up from the bulbs of the daffodils, don't you? And then obviously like bluebells
all
and things like that.
You just see
and now it's like,
yellow.
and there's this colour, and you're like, oh, thank goodness. I felt like January was the longest month in the history of time, and then February just disappeared. And now we're in March, and it's
like the sun is out. And the nicer days are coming.
Here they come. But you have got plenty of time for Mother's Day. If you are thinking Mother's Day for this collection, for your mum, or maybe making and selling, or for somebody else's. You have got plenty of time because it is, as you see on the comments and what Laura was saying, generally sent out if you order it the same day. So to get it delivered as soon as possible and just say the initial bundle of that. This week, already 70% of the stock is gone because you are shopping with the designers, with carnationcrafts.co.uk. That's where you go, either in this show right now, after the hour, carnationcrafts.co.uk. You'll see it there. It's the brand new collection, Spring Grandeur collection, and then you pop it in your basket. Divide it by 4 if you want to, or not. You're getting a monetary saving anyway, but it is free P&P. That product you're seeing right there activates free P&P with the rattan going in the same one, right?
Yeah, most people that we found.
Perfect papers going in the same one.
We're adding in both. So, but they just work perfectly together, don't they? And like we said, it doesn't have to go with this collection. You could use that with so many other collections that we've brought out. It's just an essential one. Right, so I've just popped some of my pin flare on there. So we've got our basket down.
But you know what, even like, maybe you haven't got any other collections from Carnation. I know you have, but you know what I mean? If you haven't, then in here, you've got characters, you've got people, you've got animals, you've got flowers.
You're saying that. This is such a nice one to actually get if you haven't got any collections from Carnation, because it kind of gives you a little bit of what Carnation are best at in everything.
Yeah, it's almost like a little showcase in its own right. Yeah,
you've got a bit of the seam building elements in there, you've got flowers in there, but you've got the car bases in there as well. So it kind of gives you a little bit of everything that you could want in here. So if you've never ever tried Carnation before, or Carnation is brand new, maybe there's somebody watching on Facebook now that hasn't seen seen us before.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of taking advantage of the craft store. You're in very good company, friends. There's over 100,000 of you who subscribe on YouTube, and there's more of you watching YouTube right now than there is on Facebook. I say this is the biggest.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought there'd be more on Facebook. I don't know why. I just thought there'd be more on Facebook.
Well, because a lot of you, if you want to on your smart TV and you can stream, I know Facebook's your smart TVs, but you can just
put YouTube on the TV.
Yeah, just search the Craft Store TV. By the way, there are 2 YouTube channels called the Craft Store. We own them both, but we can't put them together as be one thing. Look for the one that's live. Look for the one that has 100,000 subscribers. That's where you want to be. You can watch back then, because tomorrow, day after, you're thinking, what did Laura do? What inspired me to purchase?
That's the nice thing.
You can rewind there.
Yeah,
and just
so
watch
like if you order today and obviously yours comes tomorrow, you could watch this then tomorrow and just craft along.
Absolutely. They all live there on YouTube.
Yeah. Right, so I'm just popping in some more of these flowers, and then you have your decoupage elements that you can add in to your daffodils as
Just quickly say, Ali is saying, can anyone help? I can't find the link on YouTube. Yeah, Ali, search the Craft Store TV. Even just search the Craft Store, both do come up. Craft Store TV takes you straight to here, but basically one's not live and one is. One's got many more followers than the other one. It's the one that's live, it's where you want to watch, Ali. I hope that helps. Sarah Jane, someone I know was de-icing their car this week here in Devon. Yeah, it's crazy, it's just suddenly gone, spring's here.
Do you know what though? I had to de-ice my car Tuesday morning on the way up to Carnation. Yeah. I did leave very early, but I had to de-ice the car. But then all of a sudden, it was like I de-iced the car, and it was very early in the morning, so it was -1. And then all of a sudden, just the sun was shining in, my sunglasses on, and it was like, where's this come from?
Your gloves still on. By the way, the face that runs the place is just tuned in. Linda Chapman says good morning.
Oh, Linda.
Oh, she calls me Dashing Dan.
Oh, Linda.
And the lovely Laura, you are keeping me company whilst I'm doing admin work. Have a great day. Linda, thank you so much. Linda's coming down. Linda, is it Monday? Is it 2 weeks? No, hang on, it's 24th, I think.
You need to get Linda in on the same day I'm in.
Yeah? Right, there you go, Linda.
There you go. And she can bring the dog down.
Are you bringing the dog down?
We can have snuggles. Oh.
I bet Linda would love to.
She would. She would love that. Can you imagine?
Linda's going to be, I can't remember Linda the exact date. I'm pretty sure it's Monday the... Dog on set? Yeah, cool, get the dog on set. We can do what we want.
She could bring her in.
Bring her in here.
Oh, she'd be a Facebook star.
By the way, Lynn's saying hello. Janet, Wendy, Rashmi, Patrice, Vicky, Janet, another Liz. Lots of people just joining us saying hello, so thank you so much for joining. We've got, 8 minutes, Chris?
Oh.
8 minutes. There is another live show at 1 o'clock with Laura. After this, Chloe's Creative Card. She hasn't been on another channel bar her own in probably about 5 years, I think. But she is choosing to come on the Craft Store, so that's coming up next. Yeah, I think that's right. Might be making these facts up. I don't think I am.
I've just added in my florals. Now, the bow that you get with the... let me see if I've got one. So the bow that comes with it, you can see you've got these long tails. That's built in. So what I've done is I've gone in and I've just snipped the tails off. So you've got the bow. So you could use that just like that and just have that bow on its own, depending on what project you were doing. But what I've done is I've gone in and I've cut those tails again. So I've got them a bit smaller, and I'm just going to glue them together like that. So I'm making my own from them, but I'm just making it a little bit smaller. So you can mix them up and have them how you want them to be.
I know it says happy birthday on that tag, but how beautiful would this card be saying Happy Mother's Day on it?
But I think this is the lovely thing with the basket. You can just mix it up for so many different...
But like you say...
You could make a dog treat basket.
Here we go. You're quite quietly obsessed. Are you getting a new dog next week or something?
No, it's normally Christmas. Honestly, Bunny will moan at me all the time because I somehow managed to bring everything back to Christmas. Okay. Like it could be a Christmas hamper.
Could be a Christmas hamper. Of course it could.
There you go. I don't know. Christmas. I feel
you're saying just thank you to someone. Some people win hampers for like raffles and stuff, don't they? Or you know, maybe someone's done something in the community and you want to say thank you.
Just a thank you card.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or one of the things I was saying, if you did it like this, so it looked like a flower basket, it could be like a get well soon because you're not allowed to take flowers into hospitals anymore.
No.
So how pretty would that look if you gave that to somebody that was in a hospital? So instead of having flowers, you know, they've got that. I thought that was really pretty.
It's really pretty. And ours is the perfect papers, by the way, isn't it? Look at the dotties with the pink. You've also got the green and the blue coming through there. That is an extra £15, $14.99 in your basket with the Spring Grandeur. That will then be free P&P, and you can divide it by 4 if you want to, so £3.75. Right, Miss Williams.
Yes.
Do you want to do another demonstration? Should we go through the boards? We've got like 5.5 minutes. Is there time for another? Or should we look at the boards and see samples? I don't want to rush you. Although I'm rushing you for an answer, aren't I? What do you reckon? Should we go back through the boards?
I know I won't get that demo done.
Okay.
Let's do the boards.
Go on then.
So then I know I'll actually get my demo done.
Boards right here?
Let's do the boards.
You're about to go somewhere then.
I know I was.
I'm going to do the board. See you later. Like, hopefully this will... I can walk off. We're not going to.
Go on.
Just yet. Listen, if we get time, we'll go show you some more samples towards the end. But again, if you're just joining us, this is the brand new collection, of which 70% has already sold out. Let's have a closer look, because that's the packaging. And by the way, they all come in plastic wallets as well, don't they? So you get even more packaging with it.
Yes, and one of the things I always say, if you can, on the Carnation Crafts website, you'll see we do magnetic sheets the exact same size as those plastic wallets.
Okay.
So whatever you order, there's a pack where you can get a multi-pack of different sizes. And then, so these are the wallets that the dies will come into. So what I do is pull the die off of that sheet.
Okay.
So the packaging sheet. That will already have double-sided tape on it. Stick that to the back of the magnetic sheet, put your dies on the other side, and then pop it back in there. So you'll have the dies with the magnetic sheet on one side, but you'll still have that image on the other side there. And so that just makes it last. And it's so much easier to put the dies back and forth when you're using them as well.
So yeah, that is included. I'm waving it around for you. That is included. Okay, but what are we getting? What are we getting home with?
So let's start with the Teddy Bears Picnic, first of all. So these are those adorable teddy bears. You've got one lying down, you've got one sat there, you've got one walking in with his sandwich, that beautiful teepee, and your picnic area building elements. You've got your picnic basket, your cake, your blanket, your picnic table, and the flask there to build up those scenes. Then we go into our new blooms. So you've got your hyacinth, your daffodils, and your bluebells, with your decoupage elements there to build in. But look, you can see there, so this is what they will look like when you cut them out just in white cardstock. So if you wanted to cut these out in watercolour card and do your colouring, then you can absolutely do that. But one of the things I was saying yesterday that I can't get over, even though these are white daffodils, even when I put them onto white cardstock, they just stand out.
Yeah.
Like if I just grab that.
I feel a little like
you've got
little
so much
blues
shading.
and purples in there,
there's so much shading and so much in the artwork that even if you do white on white cardstock, they just work really, really well. So you've got those there to decoupage up. Then we go on to our basket and bow. So this is the one we just used. So you've got your elements there that make that basket blanket. You've got your basket and your bow with the tails. And then we've got the Easter egg hunters.
I'm ready for these eggs. Look at all of those.
So you've got all of those eggs there. So if you do make Easter cards, that's going to be perfect. You've got the child there walking away. You can cut the basket up. You can put the eggs in the basket. And you've got the animals there to build a scene up. Then you've got the forest floor. So this is the one that we use at the start to make the card base. You've got your path and your river, your logs. You've got your proper scene building elements in here with the matching flowers as well, and your leaves to build up into the trees if you want to. And then are we going to do the rattan ones as well?
Go on then, why not? So these are additional purchases, but obviously brand new as well.
Yes, so you're going to get a set of two. So you're going to get the heart in there and you're going to get the labels. So you're going to get the two of them. You've got the outside mats and layers there too. Plus you've got the dies in the centre as well. So those can be your sentiment dies, your tags, because you're going to get the two of them. So there's a lot of dies that you get, big dies they are for $39.99.
That's right, yeah, exactly. Well, £10 today. £10 on clear paint if you wish to divide it that way. Should we look at more samples?
Shall we?
Let's do that. Right, come with us, friends, after. We've got a couple of minutes left. Do you want to go first? Okay. Do we go right the way around? Can't stand in weird ways. Linda's been back in touch, by the way, 24th.
24th.
So Crafty Witches are in this studio on the
There you
24th. Linda and the team.
Very exciting.
And the crew. Sheila, we'll see you in a little while. Let's indulge ourselves, shall we? The samples that you've brought in, of which there are some like right in the middle there, huge statement, stand-up card there. Maybe that's like 10 by 10, maybe 8 by 8. But if you want to use, as you say, the basket and the bow, the forest floor, or those card blanks you've cut out on your scanning card, or the bulk buy of card blanks you've got. That's what you can do. You can do whatever you want to do.
They work so well. And you'll see in some of the samples the design team have done, you'll see the background papers or the inserts, because the design team do use the inserts as well as background papers, so you can do that. But you just see how effortlessly they work. Or even that card there where you see just the flower with mats and layers that you might already have at home. The basket, you can just use them in so many different ways, and just everything complements everything else that you put with it, and they just look amazing.
We are into the final minute of this show. Laura is back this afternoon live on the craft store at 1 o'clock. I love how many of you are watching on YouTube compared to Facebook as well. Most people are on YouTube this morning. Why not? But any questions, or maybe, I love it if you order right now and then at 1 o'clock, you're like, I ordered this morning. I got the confirmation. Like, literally, it'll be on its way, won't it?
Yeah, you might have even added dispatch one by that.
Yeah, exactly. Laura, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carnation Crafts team, by the way, for letting us showcase this brand new launch. You cannot get it anywhere else right now till the end of the month. Carnationcrafts.co.uk. That's where you go. It's a launch, so you've got a saving. You've got free P&P. Yes. You can find the cost interest-free if you wish as well. £25 today, but pop anything else in there. Thank you so much. Thank you. Stay tuned. Chloe's Creative Cards is next.